I think someone like Brendan, you're always going to miss him. He's that type of player that can take a game away from someone in 2 or 3 overs. But, he's earned a well-deserved rest at the moment, so, we have to get on with it without him, and Kane's doing a fantastic job of leading us and opening the batting with me as well. Yeah, obviously it's always nice when you score runs. Today was a bit nicer than the other night, but no, as I said, it's always good scoring runs, and when you get in, you've got to try and make the most of it. And unfortunately, today I couldn't quite kick on to get that big score, but it was enough to get us a decent total. I think we were always confident. I think the start that we had, we could have possibly pushed for maybe 10 more runs, but at the end of the day, I think we had enough, and we got the bowling to have be able to restrict South Africa, and the guys did a fantastic job with the ball, and we were great in the field as well. So today was a much more complete performance than the other night, and we got the rewards for it. Yeah, the side's doing great, gelling really well together. We've got some really young guys who haven't played a lot of cricket for us here. And the games that they've had so far, they've done very well. The likes of George Worker, he's come in, got a 50 on debut against Zimbabwe, and got a very good 20 or 30 the other night against South Africa. So, he's fit into the group very well, and we don't have as experienced side as we usually do. I think we've got one. I think I'm the only person who's played 101 days in the squad at the moment. So, it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to the challenge, and I think everyone's quite excited at the prospect of playing South Africa over here. It doesn't change too much. I think you still have to have a positive mindset, and you have to have positive intent out there. Otherwise, you're going to dig yourself into a bit of a hole. So I think the way that our batting lineup is set at the moment, with Tom and myself probably going to open in a couple of days. It's our job to get the side off to a good start and get a bit of a run rate going. And then obviously we've got a bit of experience in the middle with Kane and Grant to come in and stabilise the innings if things don't go so well. So we've got a pretty good balanced lineup at the moment, and it's exciting times for New Zealand cricket being over here. Yeah, I think the sort of cricket that we've played over the past year to 18 months has been, one of a lot of confidence and a bit of a little bit of aggression as well. And I think that even with Brendan not being here, I think the way Kane's leading the side at the moment is the same sort of same way, and the guys are feeding off that and really enjoying the chance of being over here. And obviously South Africa are a world-class side, and it's going to be tough, but the guys are very confident and very excited about the prospect. No, not at all. It's always a very good series against South Africa, no matter where we're playing. I think last time at home they beat us fair and square, and we beat them here last time as well. So it's going to be a good series, and I think everyone, even people outside the playing 11s are very excited about the series ahead. Yeah, I guess so. A few of our guys haven't played against South Africa before, and today and the last game was some of the first ones. So, while the other day didn't go so well, today was a much better performance, and gives the guys that confidence that we have beaten them in this series already, and we can do it again. But as I said, it's a different game, one-day cricket, and we're going to have to be ready in a couple of days' time to put out the performance that we want to. Yeah, it was a bit skiddier. It wasn't as steep a bounce as there was in Durban, but it started to get a little bit lower as the game went on. I think we saw a couple bounce through to the keeper towards the end of the game. So come in a couple of days' time, it could be a different wicket altogether. So we'll just have to assess that once we get here. It could be. We played here, the final here in 2009 in the Champions Trophy against Australia, and it was quite dewy at night. That was a different time of year, but who knows? At the end of the day, if we lose a toss and we bat first, we have to bat. But we have to bat and bowl at some point during the game. So if it's first or second, it doesn't really matter.